Hi, this is Mrs. Tellas. We're going to go ahead and do the next section in Chapter 2, which is Section 2.4, and we're going to solve multi-step inequalities. We're going to do a little bit of review on the first section as well. So these two at the beginning are connection to prior learning. So these are equations. They're equations because they have equal signs. I would like you to press pause and solve both of these to see if you get them correct, please. So we would combine like terms because they both have V's. 13v minus 9v is 4v. Now it's just a little two-step. So I'm going to add 15 and pull my 4v down and then divide 4. 92 divided by 4, let's see, that's 23. Yeah, 23. Feel free to use your calculator. Okay, and then over here I have to distribute first. So this is going to be negative 5h minus 30 minus 3h equals negative 6. And then again, I have to combine like terms, so I'm combining the h's. So negative 8h minus 30 equals negative 6. So I'm going to add 30 to both sides, which is 24 on the right, and negative 8h on the left. And then I'm dividing both sides by negative 8, which is h is negative 3. So if you got those right, give yourself a pat on the back. Good job. Okay, let's go ahead and graph these. I'll do the first one and just remind you how to do it. And then I want you to press pause and you try the second two. So since this is a greater than symbol, it's an open circle on 7. So I'm going to put an open circle there. And I'm going to shade to the right where the numbers are bigger than 7. Coloring in the arrow showing that it goes on to positive infinity. So this was an open circle, open being not colored in. Okay, you press pause and try these two, please. So on negative 3, I'm going to put a closed circle, and I'm going to shade to the left because it's less than, or that's where the numbers are smaller than negative 3. And on the last one, I'm open on 0, and I'm also shading to the left because it's less than. And those numbers are smaller than 0 in the negatives. So if you got those right, good job. All right, these are also review. So it says, remember when you multiply or divide by a negative, you must flip the inequality sign. So I want you to press pause and try all 3 of these and see if you get them correct. Okay, so on the first one, if I want x alone, these are multiplied. So I'm going to divide by negative 6. And since I am dividing by a negative sign, both sides, it's going to flip the inequality. So that's my answer. 76 or 72 divided by negative 6, I think, is negative 12. And I had to flip because, go ahead. I had to flip because the TV, can you wait? I'm doing a lesson. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, that's okay. All right, so right here, x is divided by negative 11. You had to multiply by negative 11 on both sides. Since, again, I'm multiplying by a negative on both sides, I have to flip it. So greater than becomes less than, and over here is just 11. And then the last one over here. So I want x alone, and this time it's in the back. I have to divide both sides by negative 30. So if I put this in the calculator as a division problem, it's going to be a repeater. So I'm just going to simplify it to negative 1/3. I have to flip it because I divided by a negative on both sides. So it's going to become less than equal to instead of greater than equal to. And then now I have to flip it a second time because x is in the back or on the right, and I need x to be in the front. So x and negative 1/3, and then this less than equal to goes back to greater than equal to. This is a double flip. The first reason I flipped was because I divided by a negative on both sides, and the second reason I flipped is because I had to switch it, so x would be in the front. Okay, here's the new stuff, finally. And if you got those ones right on the back, nice job. All right, so if I want y alone, this is a two-step inequality. I'm going to subtract 7 on both sides. So y over negative 6 is less than 2. And now I'm going to multiply both sides by negative 6. Since I'm multiplying by a negative, it's going to flip. So I'm negative 12 on the right and y on this side. This is my answer. Okay, it's just like an equation. I'm doing the same steps. I just have to pay attention to the second step with the multiply or divide. If I multiply or divide by a negative, I have to flip. Okay, next one. So I'm adding 4 to both sides. 2v drops down, greater than equal to drops down, and 12. 8 plus 4 is 12. And then I divide by 2. I'm not flipping because 2 is a positive number that I'm dividing by. So my answer is v is greater than or equal to 6. All right, now I want you to press pause and you try 3 and 4. You try them. So first I'm going to subtract 24 on both sides. That's negative 96. And then I have to divide by negative 8, which makes me flip the inequality to less than rather than staying greater than. So it becomes less than. And that 2 negatives make a positive. So there's my answer. X is less than 12. And then over here, I'm going to add 11 to both sides. This just drops down. And I'm going to multiply both sides by negative 3. So again, I have to flip. And I have to flip because I multiplied both sides by negative. So this is y is less than or equal to negative 60. So if you got those right, good job. And this is really what your homework is about. It's about these little two-step inequalities, watching the flip. All right, and then the last one is a story problem. So it says the area of a rectangle is greater than 80 square feet. So it looks like area is 80. And we're going to use is greater than as our symbol. And then we're going to use this information down here for our length and our width. So it says write and solve an inequality to find the possible values of x. So my long side is my length and my short side is my width. So length times width is greater than area because I'm using is greater than. Okay, so length is 20. Width is 5x minus 10 and area is 80. So this is just using the distributive property. So 20 times 5x is 100x. And 20 times negative 10 is negative 200. That side just drops down. Now I'm going to add 200 to both sides. So 100x is greater than 280. And I'm dividing by 100. So my answer is 2.8. So the possible values are for x over here is 2.8 and above to make this true, to make length times width be greater than 80. Okay, so this is my answer right here. Okay, so I hope you understand that. So there is a worksheet that you're going to do today. So go to Big Ideas. Go to Canvas. And assignment for 2.4, day 1 is what you want to look for. And we're going to do a worksheet today. So thanks very much for listening. Bye-bye.